I'm from Brazil, and I was in the 2014 group, and I passed like almost 2 years in PSU.
Hmm.
That's it.
All right. Very good. Who would like to go next?
I can go next.
Thank you.
So my name is Addy. I graduated my master's in technology this past December, and it's been a great experience so far. I currently live in Fairhope, Alabama. I'm working with Barnhart Crane and Rigging. They're a great company. We basically help you know uh, people with like large construction projects and like building data centers and stuff like that. So I'm on their business systems administration side of things. A lot to learn at the moment, so that's what I'm doing. And plus, we also kind of help build missionaries around the world with all the profits that we make. So we give back a lot to like the society and like underprivileged, places and parts of the world. And so like I'm really passionate about what the kind of work that they're doing overall. So yeah.
Very good. Thanks for being here.
Mm.
All right. Who's next? How about Jessica?
Hi guys, I'm Jessica. I'm currently living in Brazil, in my hometown. I studied at Pitt State at 2017 for a semester, learning about graphic communications. And today I'm working as a social media, marketing, ads, everything about in the design field.
Great.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks.
I can go next. So I'm Farhan Sadiq. I'm currently living in Manhattan, Kansas. I just joined. This is my first semester with Kansas State University as an assistant professor. I completed my degree with wonderful 2 years at Pitt State in 2015. Then I worked for a few years, and then I did my PhD and came back to Kansas as soon as I could. Good to see everyone.
Thanks for being here. Okay. Who else?
I'll go. It, I'm Chris Hanna. Graduated from Pitt in 1995. Recreation therapy and psychology, and currently living in Springfield, which is my.
Thanks, Chris. All right.
I
How
can go
about
next.
Oh, perfect.
My name is Rakshi Tamba. I've been living in California last few years. My job was with Tesla in the energy storage and vehicle, mainly with plastics. I graduated from PSU in year 2023, a little while ago, and from plastics engineering technology. And from there, I went to University of Massachusetts Lowell for plastics engineering, also for masters. I've been working since then and moved back to India, where I'm originally from, for 4 years, and I returned back to the US. And next week, I'm going to start my new job with Eastman Chemical in Tennessee. So I just landed here from California and ready to get settled here and start job next week. And it's nice to see all the alumni here. And anybody here from engineering technology or plastics?
You might
I
be the
guess
lone one today. Yeah. Well, congrats on your new job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Okay. Who would like to go next? Val?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Val, and good to see you guys. I studied at Pitt State in 2012. I studied 1 year of journalism, and then I came back in 2014, and I got my master's in communication in 2015. And 2 years ago, I came back to Pittsburgh to visit, which was pretty fun. And hopefully next year, I'm gonna go visit again. Today, I live in Brazil, in south of Brazil, my hometown, and I have a company. The name is Legacy, and I write biographies. So I'm a writer today here in Brazil.
Who else? Who else would like to go?
Can I go next?
You betcha. Perfect.
Hi guys, my name is Kyle. I went to Pitt State in 2016 as an exchange student, and that was my first time at Pitt State. And I studied engineering, mechatronics engineering. Then in 2019, I went back to Pitt State to pursue my master's in electronics engineering, and I graduated during the pandemic in 2020. And I came back to Brazil. I opened a company. I'm currently working with pool supplies, like chemical supplies, as a retail store, and that's what I've been doing ever since 2021. So yeah, it's good to be here. Nice seeing you guys. I think many here I probably don't know except Mr. Aaron and Brenda. And so yeah, again, it's good to be here, and yeah. Okay.
Very good. Thanks for being here. Anyone else?
I think I'm the only one left, perhaps,
Okay.
or is anybody else? No. Anyway, I'll continue. So, hi guys, my name is Khan Tyagi. I live in Calcutta, India. I attended Pitt State for my undergrad back in 2000. I graduated in 2009. After that, I did my undergrad in computer science and commercial graphics and math. Then I did my master's in electrical and computer engineering from Iowa State. And then I went to Stanford for my specialization in alternative energy and fuel cell storage. And then I came back to India in 2013. And then I started my businesses here. So I'm an entrepreneur. I've started businesses in media and advertising, software, robotics, and now drone technology. So yeah, I live out of India and Delhi right now.
Very good. Thanks for being here. Would anyone else like to go? No pressure. Okay. Well, I will go ahead and get started then with a few updates. I'm just going to give a couple broad updates about a few things that are going on here at Pitt State before I hand it over to Aaron and Brenda. If anyone has questions, feel free to pop them in the chat, or you're also welcome to raise your hand or whatever, and I'll do my best to seek you out. So, okay. Does that sound okay? All right. Okay. Thumbs up. That's great. Perfect. So, some of you may have not been back for a few years. We have had a lot of change. We have a new president. He's in his full second year here. And since he started, everyone's just he hit the ground running. We have tried some new things and been given some new tasks and programs to implement, which has been great. And I think a lot of things are going well, and we're trying some new stuff, trying to be a little innovative and see if that will pay off for us. And I think so far so good. So we'll see what the future brings. But one of the things that President Shipp has worked on his first year of kind of getting a big check off of his list is he worked with our Kansas Board of Regents to begin awarding AA degrees, Associate of Arts degrees, to our current students. So rather than thinking of it as a degree from a community college where you go for 2 years and that's what you go there for, to get your associate's degree, this is a little bit more, we are looking at it more as a celebration, a milestone in our current students' career paths throughout college. So it's a celebration. You're halfway there to earning your bachelor's degree for your 4-year degree. So we want to celebrate you. We are the first institution in Kansas to do this. Our president actually took this idea to Kansas Board of Regents, and KBOR passed it for all of the institutions to be able to do this, and no one else has hopped on quite yet. But we did celebrate our first awardees in February, and they awarded over 1,000 degrees in February to our current students, which was awesome. They had a great celebration. They were able to bring their families, of course, a lot of whom are alumni and fellow gorillas. So it's always a good day to celebrate with our fellow gorillas. And yeah, like I said, it's just a way to celebrate their students' achievements, and, also allows them a little bit of security. We have students that come, and some of you maybe have experienced this, and maybe something comes up with your family, there's a health issue, or maybe there's a financial issue with a lot of the costs associated with attending a university, and maybe you don't finish your bachelor's degree while you're here at Pitt State. So you were walking away without having anything for that to show for that. So this associate's degree kind of guarantees you have one thing checked off, and will allow you to come back and finish your 4-year degree if that's what you choose to do. So it's awesome. We're looking forward to see kind of how this works moving forward. And it also grows our alumni population a little bit earlier, which is fun too. So that's a big thing going on right now. We'll keep you posted on what that looks like here in the future. They also plan to retroactively award some degrees. So maybe you were here 20 years ago, but you had enough credits to earn your AA degree. They are going to be seeking some of our alumni or our former students out and see if they would be interested in completing or doing what needs to be done to check that off and get that degree for them. So that will be exciting for some gorillas as well. Something else, do we have any Kels College of Business graduates on here? A few? Yeah. Okay. Very good. So I'm sure you have probably heard some of the rumblings and the plans for Kels College of Business. This has been a project that we've been working on for years and years now. The original goal was that we would renovate Kels as it stands in its current location. And we could use some restoration funds that we have from the state. But during COVID, that plan went a little bit stagnant. And when Dr. Ship came along on board, he wanted to make sure that was a big project that he went ahead and, finish the fundraising or finish the funding for that. So that way that project could move forward. So now we have expanded into our downtown. Some of you maybe have been to our Block 22 or seen some of that. Those are some historic buildings that the university along with the city partnered together to preserve and bring some retail space, some upper class living. We have a strategic initiatives office that they're housed down there, and they're helping small businesses and doing a lot of cool grant funding and all kinds of neat things. So this is going to be an extension of that project. So now Kels College of Business is going to be at 2nd and Broadway, and the All Aboard Foundation building is where it will be. So this is a little bit different. This will be targeted at our upper class students. They'll be down there, working and living in the business community, which I think will be really great for them to have access to, business owners and be able to really be into that community. And we're excited for that project. The funding is secured in a variety of ways, including from the city. They're investing $10 million in this project, so it's a big deal to them too. And this will also include the Best Hotel. It's the really, really, really tall building downtown at 4th and Broadway on the backside. And that is going to turn into upper level class dorm rooms, a lot of which they're hoping will be business students because they'll be, down there already. And some retail space. The Center for Reading will be in the lower level, and maybe a few other things that maybe we don't quite know what's going to be there. But it'll be great to revitalize a little bit more of downtown and give that experience to our students. And that building, Kels College of Business, as it stands today, is kind of fallen down, and it is time for something. So we're looking forward to our students being in there, and the goal is for that to be open in the fall of 2026. So the clock is ticking, and we're all waiting here too. So we'll see. You have to come back to Kels before the plan is for the building to eventually go offline, and will probably be torn down and allow some green space on the front of our campus. So if you want to see it before then, please plan a trip back. We'd love to have you. And if you wait till 2026, we can take you around the new business building, which will be exciting. So one other thing that's a little bit different in these last couple years, we have launched something called it already existed, but our Student Success Center. So this used to be where let's see, what's the new building going to be called? It'll still be Kels College of Business at this point in time. Whether or not that will change, that is a possibility, but that's the plan at this point. Okay. So the Student Success Center. So this is something that has evolved a little bit. It was a little bit more targeted at students who maybe needed a little bit of support for retention efforts. Maybe they are struggling with paying their fees or their tuition or needed a little extra boost in guidance for getting through their academics. And it's evolved a little bit. We now have centralized advising at Pitt State. And, most of you had your faculty advisor that you met with a couple times a year, maybe more. So that still exists, but that is looked at more as a mentor. And then you have somebody that you truly go to for your academic enrollment. So it's kind of cool. Everything is now completed and done in the library. We just did a ribbon cutting for it on Friday afternoon, which was an awesome day. Career development is also in there, and then first year programs as well. So that so far seems to be going well. They're hiring new advisors pretty constantly to keep up with all of our students, but basically all students have to make their way through there, and they're checking on other things besides just academic success. I mean, overall mental health and wellness and being supportive to help them get to where they need to go if they're having issues. Maybe they need access to a food pantry or maybe the clothes closet or something like that. They are kind of that one-stop shop where our students can go. So that's really exciting. And on Friday, as I mentioned, we did a kind of a grand opening and ribbon cutting. That space is named in honor of Howard W. Smith. He just retired earlier this spring. He served Pitt State in a variety of roles for more than 30 years. And I'm sure some of you probably remember him. He's a wonderful human and such a great example of what it means to be a gorilla. So it's really awesome to be able to have that facility in his name. And I think it's very fitting. So yeah. Okay. Those were the couple of highlights that I had. Does anyone have any questions about any of those things? No? All right. Easy enough then. Okay. I'll hand it over to Aaron and Brenda then.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Danielle, and thank you for hosting this awesome event. Hopefully we can do more of these in the future. So it's so great to see everybody and a lot of familiar faces, and we're just excited to be around you guys. You guys are what we love, and you're our passion. So we just have a few things that we wanted to show. We have a quick PowerPoint with some just some topics that we wanted to talk about, but we want to save some time at the end to hopefully answer your questions and engage with you a little more. We don't want to be talking at you. We want to have a conversation with you. So we'll just kind of quickly go through this PowerPoint of just some topics that we have kind of put together here. So here's our office, the international office. We have Kiara, she's our accounting specialist. Many of you may have remembered Vicki Mentz. She did retire, and Kiara took over her roles with helping with student health insurance and all the accounting type things in our office. The next guy is Stuart Zizzo. He's our recruiter, and he's actually out on the road right now recruiting in Southeast Asia for Pitt State. And of course me, and then there's Dr. Smith. He was our former boss before he retired. So he was a great advocate for international education. He was very passionate about international students. So he was a great supporter and still is for our office. So, and then Angela Moots, she is our study abroad coordinator. So anybody who wants to go away, she sends them away to study abroad in some of our partner institutions or through faculty-led programs, that kind of thing. And of course, Brenda Hawkins, our immigration and student advisor and programming person who puts all the programs together here at Pitt State. And then our former GA, Gabby from Paraguay. So, and it has been a busy summer for us, let me tell you. We hosted 3 large short-term programs in the month of July. And it was a great experience. We had 2 big groups from Japan and 1 group from Taiwan that came. And so these are some of the activities. Of course, we went to Silver Dollar City. Some of you may have done that while you were here at Pitt State. We went to the Royals game. Of course, there's bowling. We went hiking in Arkansas. They were here during 4th of July, so we did all the 4th of July celebrations in town. I went and saw fireworks. So it was a great experience. I mean, we just had an amazing time with them.
And most of them were here studying English or studying a couple programs that had to do with their major.
Yeah.
That's great. And most of you, I don't want you to miss out on the picture up there on the upper right hand of Aaron. As you know, he's always answering emails, even when he's supposed to be out there hiking with the group or whatever. He stepped aside, and there he is, probably answering some emails and putting out some fires. But anyway, I couldn't help but put that in, sneak that in on him.
Yeah. So. And so we had the Sakai Institute here, Hakka from Taiwan, and then Tokyo Technical College. They were all here, like Brenda said, they were here for English classes, some academic success programs. Tokyo Tech was here for automotive. And so we're happy to customize. So if you have connections with your home institution or partners in your home country that may want to put together, maybe a 2-week or 4-week special topics summer program, we're happy to customize anything like that. We could have groups of 7 to 10 or up to 20 at a time, like we did here. But we can put together a custom program on topics. We've done some for leadership. We had a group from Uzbekistan actually before in June that came, and they were here for leadership. So we can do anything like that. So please shoot me an email or send me a message if that's something of interest. I'll let Brenda talk a little bit about our orientations that we just had.
As you know, orientation is always an exciting time. We know that it's a scary time for the new students, but some of the same things that you guys probably went through, we have, with the addition of the Plaster Center a few years ago, we always make sure we have a soccer night, and it's always quite a World Cup soccer night. Those are some of my favorite nights. And when students walk into the Plaster Center and they're like, wow, this is a major indoor facility. And so typical things, our orientation leaders, I was trying to dig out some pictures from some of you all, because I know there's some orientation leaders in this group here. But and then, of course, we go to the Rotary Club, always does different dinners, and a lot of the welcome dinners at night are so much fun. So same thing. We happen to have 5 new countries this year. We were kind of excited, like Malta. For the first time, we have a student coming from Malta. We send a lot of study abroad students there. And so it's the first time, and she's been a delight to have on campus. We have for the Philippines, I think, for the first time in a while. And then Estonia, first time we've had a student from Estonia. Panama, to our knowledge, that's been the first time we've had a student from there. And then even Afghanistan, we have a student that's originally from Afghanistan. So we're excited. We've had a lot more undergrads this semester. As you know, we've probably had kind of a high point with a lot of graduate students, especially with MST and some of the other technology majors. But our undergrad population grew this semester, and we're excited about that and the variety that they bring to campus. So.
Great. All right. And as I mentioned, our recruiter, Stuart Zizzo, is on the road right now. So he's in Southeast Asia. He was just in Hong Kong, Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, Singapore. I think he just landed in Malaysia right now. So he's doing school visits. He has connected with some alums and fellow gorillas along the way. So that was exciting to see. And so anytime we're out on the road or in your country, we'll always try to send a message or check our social media, because we'd love to connect with you while we're out visiting places. Dr. and Mrs. Cortez are currently in Paraguay right now. They're teaching in our PSU Paraguay program, teaching classes, but on the side, they're recruiting for us. So they've attended fairs and school visits down in Paraguay and have had a lot of fun and met a lot of people. So, and of course, we have a full-time recruiter, a Pitt State staff person based in India, Gitanjali Kandari, and she does a lot of fairs, works with our partners there. And so if you're in India, we'd love for you to connect with Gitanjali. She's based in Delhi. So any connections that you have in India, we definitely want to connect your connections with Gitanjali there. So.
We have a new program. When you all were here, probably most of you, we had the Food and Culture Fair, which used to be in the Bicknell Center with food, and then we'd go in and have performance. It became so large for the indoor events, we changed to an outdoor international night market. And I think I'm not sure very many of you were here when we started that. This will be the 3rd year. So that's coming up next Friday. Of course, if anybody's in the country and wants to come and attend, we'd love to have you here. And then instead in February, or in March, actually, next year, and the dates are at the bottom there. That's last year's poster. But we will have the showcase, which will be performances and cultural booths, and with dessert following back in the Bicknell Center for that March event. So most of you probably remember Food and Culture. That's been changed a little bit and kind of incorporated into these 2 particular things. The girl on the showcase, that her mother was a student here, and she came back a year ago to dance. She's now kind of does a lot of professional dancing for some of the traditional. And so they flew back to be a part of that. And her mother was the alumni. So that was kind of exciting. So we love it when alumni have a connection and come back. So those are 2 of our big events that ISA, the International Student Association, of course, is in charge of. And homecoming, that's coming up in about a month too, less than a month, or right about a month. And again, we were looking for pictures to see if I could find anybody in there. But anyway, that's always a highlight. It's kind of an early morning, as you may remember, a bit of an early morning, depending on the weather. But it's always a lot of fun walking in that. And we're always so grateful for the enthusiasm that our international students bring. So that's something that it's gone on for decades. I'm not sure. It was happening way before us, with the international students making a presence by walking in the parade. So thank you all for when you did that, when you were here. And you're always welcome to come back for homecoming too, if you're in the States.
And you can march with us in the parade one more time. So
dig your flag out.
You could lead our group. We've had alumni in the last few years come back, and we always let them be the honor of leading the international students. So it's kind of been fun, and carry their country flags. So yep. So we hope to see you.
And actually,
in October. Yep.
Those of you that are looking at the picture there, isn't that the renovation of our behind them
the
in
block 22 in the background?
The block 22. There's if you haven't seen it yet, that's the red building there. That's some of what the upperclassmen are using for apartments. It's really cool how they've renovated that. So.
Yep. And then kind of an exciting thing that is particularly of interest to international students, especially if you're on an F1 visa. Our MBA has just recently, last probably year or so, is become STEM designated. And that may not mean a lot to many people, but it does to international students. This designation of STEM for our MBA allows students to have 3 years of OPT with a business degree with the MBA. So of course, chemistry and biology, they're automatically STEM. But we worked real hard to get our MBA program as STEM designated with the US government. And that gives the distinction to have an extended OPT period. So that's a huge benefit for international students in the business department. So, so if you know of anybody, or if you'd like to come back for your MBA, just please know that you are eligible to work in the US on your student visa for 3 years after you graduate. So it's kind of exciting news for us. And then many of you follow our social media, and I believe it's in April, but maybe Danielle can correct me if I'm wrong. We always participate in Guerrilla Giving Day. And so we would encourage you and would be thrilled if you are able to donate, any contribution to our cause. Those funds go right back to the international students if you choose us during that day. So we can give scholarships through that giving. We can help with programming, help with our cultural events. The foundation helped us greatly with Global Fest. They gave us tents, about 20 or 30 tents for that event. And so that money gets put back into great use on campus, and benefits international students. So be looking for those. It's just one day of giving, and you can give $5, you can give $100, it doesn't matter, but we'd love to highlight what countries, have given back to Pitt State. So their second home. So I just wanted to highlight that opportunity and be looking for that in April. And of course, I wanted to entice you with some pictures of campus because they're so pretty, and I'm sure you enjoyed strolling around campus and reminiscing, and just the campus is gorgeous, the historic buildings, and then we have, the new modern buildings. So it's just just a great place to be, great place to study, and a great place to visit when you come back. So. And most of you are on our social media, so follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And it means a lot when we see you like those things. We look and see who liked things or shared things. So that means a lot to us, and that just keeps the legacy alive of the things that you did here back in the day. We'd like to continue those with the new international students too. So, yes. Of course, if you don't know us, just stay connected. Message us on Facebook. We love getting messages on Facebook or on WhatsApp, just saying, hey, I'm just thinking about Pitt State. Some of you are so kind about that, and just we love reading your messages and keeping connected with you. So
we've been privileged to have the opportunity to be a part of your lives, maybe at an interesting time in your lives through college. So it's been a lot of fun. And we thank you guys for that opportunity, because it has been great fun. And Jessica, you're right about missing the game days. Last Saturday, they had it was family day, and it was a sellout. I didn't miss getting a ticket. I didn't get my ticket soon enough, and it was sold out. So 10,000 people. So you can imagine how the rumble in the jungle and everything went that day. But there was a lot of great things leading up to that. The International Student Association has been doing a tailgate They started last year for the first time. So they'll have a booth out there and throw a grill with some good stuff going on. And so that's been a fun thing for them. They were a part of that, and they said, man, they couldn't believe how big it was. The new students were kind of overwhelmed, but it was exciting. So they couldn't wait for the big day. So yes, game days are great, Jessica. Hey, Louisa. And Natalia, we got some others that have joined since then. Natalia, Fabio, good to see you guys. Louisa. Oh my
Hi,
goodness.
good to see you all.
Hi.
Yeah.
We're kind of late, but we're here.
You're here.
Yeah, we appreciate you hopping on. So, yeah, Aaron and Brenda, thanks so much for the update. Like I said, you guys seriously do such amazing things, and you do such a good job of keeping your alumni engaged and informed about everything that's going on. So we appreciate you guys.
And actually, Giovanna and I are going to meet pretty quick here. We're trying to think of some other initiatives to engage international alumni. So be looking for maybe some social media posts or some emails. We may be asking for some volunteers to maybe start some new initiatives. So we're super excited about that, to engage with you more in different ways. And if you have ideas of ways that we can engage with you, or if there's ways that you're thinking, well, we could support the university or the international office in this way, please let us know. We love your suggestions and ideas, and but be looking for maybe some emails about some new opportunities. So, yep. And if you have any questions now, we've got a little bit of time, I think. If you have questions, please feel free to just ask away. So.
He has his hand up. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So I want for the new initiative, I want to share something. Is that there were two professors when I was studying plastics engineering, Professor Henry Amaripur and Professor Chris eBay. And Professor Henry Amaripur was from Iran, and Chris eBay was from Nigeria. So they both were international students once, and they were faculty for 25-30 years at plastics engineering at PSU, and they were some of my favorite professors. And they both passed away a few years ago. So I had started endowment on their name. And for the endowment to actually work, and this endowment is for international students, and for the endowment to start generating scholarships, it has to reach above $10,000. And my family and I and a couple of friends, we have put together and gathered about $8,300 on during for the endowment, and it needs a couple more $1,000 to start making the scholarships for students, for international students. So I'm sharing this broadly so that anybody and everybody interested, please share and contribute towards this scholarship. And it's called Professor Henry Amaripur and Chris eBay Memorial Scholarship. If Daniel, Brenda, Aaron, if you guys can please share some details broadly with alumni during your communication, that would help international students, alumni, to give back and also continue the legacy of helping the more students coming forward.
Very good. Yeah, thanks for letting us know that. We can put some information in our follow-up email too. So yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a wonderful gesture and such a kind thing to do. So we appreciate that. Questions? Or let us know what you're up to or something. Yeah.
Hi, Val.
Hi, Val.
Hi, I just wanted to tell you guys the thing that I told you like 2 years ago in Pittsburgh, that I still think that we should have international students gathering in Pittsburgh, not a virtual one. So I just want to leave this suggestion for you to analyze if that's possible, maybe to invite international students to go back to Pittsburgh and reunite, because I think that would be really nice.
We've wanted a reunion, a big reunion. So maybe we just need to pick a date and time and just put it on the calendar. Little groups have done it on their own. Like we had a former like African Student Association, the alums, they got together on their own, and we've had little pockets of students, but not one big, kind of reunion. So it's definitely something we'll need to look into.
I have a question with that.
Yes.
Looking at you all as a group, would your preferred time to come back to do a reunion be during homecoming in the fall, typically middle of October?
I mean, that's an ideal time to do it, but just that's in certain cases, like for instance, in India, people who don't have US visas, for instance, they have like a backlog of a year and a half. So, it's probably possible for them to be coming next year, maybe, for those who don't have a visa. So, those kind of things have to be considered. But yeah, homecoming is a fantastic time because we not only get to meet other international students, but also like, some of our batchmates who probably come down for homecoming and all of that. Those of us who are into Greek life, like myself, we're going to have a lot of people coming back from, in Greek life as well for homecoming. So it'll be a great time in general to meet.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
We do have a lot of families and folks that come through and visit our office, during the summer, and we love to see folks come see us anytime. But summer's kind of hard because it's so quiet around here. The students aren't around, homecoming would be, there's a lot more activities and you would meet more people during that time period. So
it might take just a couple groups. Like a lot of you guys on here were here at the same time, that says, hey, we're going to meet, and that might get the ball rolling for other groups to say, hey, our group, it's not necessarily by graduation year, but maybe by the years you were here. But
yeah, we need like a little committee, a planning committee to kick it off. Yeah.
And we'll be glad to help.
Yeah, or even if it's something that, starts right now, you may not be able to get most students coming on the first event, but if it's something that becomes solid, then every single year you have it happening on the same period of time. And October is good because it's also not peak season for tickets, so that might be even more affordable to people to fly into the US. So it sounds like a good plan. October sounds like the best time of the year, probably.
October 25, we need to try again.
And if you fly into Joplin, I'm sure we can come pick you up. No problem. Just like old days.
As long as you're on United Airlines. That's the only one we have.
I think everybody here remembers that drive.
Yes.
Yes.
True.
You started on a big plane and then went to a little plane, and then you got on a tiny little plane and think, where in the earth am I going? So
you practically get to shake the hand of the pilot, don't you?
Yeah, especially with all those trees without any leaves, everything brown, just farmland around you everywhere you looked. I'm pretty sure nobody forgot it.
Yes, no, that's right.
By the way, you have to have an alumni gathering in St. Louis. It's always around us, but it's never in St. Louis. Why?
We actually were
here
out in St. Louis last summer. So summer, May 23, right, Beth Ann? Yes, May 2023, right? Yes, we do have it on our list. We've had several people follow up and reach out again. It was, it would have been like right after Memorial Day. So I know that was like a hard week with the holiday. Yeah, we have it on our list. We've had several people ask. So yeah, we'll work on that for you soon.
Nice.
I promise.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And also
things. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Brenda.
No, that's okay. I say, let me, know next time when you have that too, because we have a lot of students that are working within the St. Louis area, not
Okay.
just
Yeah.
Bill, but yeah, I'd be glad to try to help get them together. So
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
go ahead, Natalia. Sorry.
And since Aaron showed those cool pictures about campus, I just want to share that the other day I had one of my colleagues. She's an American student here at the bio department, but she went to Pitt State to give a seminar talk, and she had never been to campus before. And then right after she came back, she was just telling me how much she loved campus. That was one of the most beautiful campus that she had ever been, and she loved everybody in the department, like that people were so welcoming. So, I think it's cool to know that it's not just for international students, that the campus is just so remarkable and the people there are so remarkable too. So it's definitely a very different atmosphere, Pitt State, compared to other universities in the US even. So
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's so nice to hear.
Yes. And Shanice has offered to have a gathering in the Bahamas. So
I
let's all go
know.
to the Bahamas. That sounds nice to me. Let's just ditch Pittsburgh altogether.
Yeah, maybe we can all sign up. We'll just
Yes.
charter a plane and get there together.
That's right. She is an amazing alum from
is.
Bahamas. She sends us so much encouragement throughout the semester, just thinking about us and just saying, have a great orientation. She is like solid with her compliments. I mean, it's just amazing. And she's an automotive tech major, and she's working on her master's online from Pitt State in automotive. And so, yeah, let's all go to the Bahamas and see Shanice. So
Celebrate her graduation soon.
That's
There
right.
you go. There you go. It's a good, perfect excuse. Perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, any other questions or comments? Okay.
I think of stories about so many of you, but we don't have time. But I've seen a few stories. But anyway, there's Natalia chasing down a bat in Whites at Hall one time they got loose.
That is yes.
I will never forget that.
Yes.
yeah, I think
that
that's
in.
really, nobody's gonna forget that.
No. We got him. You got him.
Got him. And she
Now I
studied that,
just
so.
chase turtles at the moment.
Now you're turtle chasing. Okay.
And Fabio, do you work at the national or the park here? Do you have any connection with them? The Buffalo?
Prairie State Park. Yeah,
You come.
For my PhD program, I am working with bison, and some of the bison that I have GPS collars on is there, so I still maintain the relationship with them.
Okay, great. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Good.
And they have a lot more students, Pitt State students, working at the park now than they used to before, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Oh, very good.
Probably so. Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
see like a picture or a snapshot of the first, I think virtual. I think this is the first virtual gathering, isn't it?
We did do one during COVID.
During COVID, we did our first one. Yeah.
Yeah, but
When
it's
Zoom
been 4
became
years, so.
Yeah. So
We should probably take like a screenshot or something for.
yes.
Yeah.
I had that on my list. Great minds, great minds. Okay, well, maybe we'll go ahead and do that now, and then we can finish up with some prizes. Does that sound okay?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. So
Turn on your
everyone's-
cameras if you're able.
Yes,
And
if you can.
You're missing a few.
And we'll take a picture.
Yeah.
Group picture.
Hi, Erica. Okay, everyone smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, let's try one more time here. Okay, ready?
How about we all turn our reactions, our favorite reactions?
Okay, perfect. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it. That looks great. We'll post this on our social, and we'll tag international programs in it too. So we would love for you all to share and like it, of course.
Yeah.
So
Good.
yeah. Okay, Beth Ann, you want to do a few prizes?
Sure. Okay. So I have a few. I'll hold up a couple examples. Like we've got some coasters. Let me hold them up so you can see them. Notebook, and then like a kind of like a traveling little bag, cooler bag. So I tried, not everyone who signed up ended up making it on here. So I tried to go through and mark who is here and then pick randomly from there. So I'll kind of read out those names, but I'm also going to put them in the chat. What I would ask is that if you are one of them, I'll send you an email, but it sounds like a couple of you might have just recently moved and some things like that. So I want to make sure, particularly for sending things internationally, that I've got the correct address. So, it doesn't get lost or doesn't make it to you. So for those of you that get drawn, I will email you also. And then if you could just send me back the address you want it shipped to, that would be great. So we can make sure you get it. Okay, so let me put these in here as well. Okay, I think everyone that I randomly picked did make it on here. So, but if not, okay. So Shanice, Farhan, Aditya, Rakshit, and Natalia. I think you're all on here. I think I see all of you. So those are the 5 that we randomly picked here. So congratulations if you're one of them, and we will send your gift in the mail, and I'll reach out here later today. And yeah, if you can just give me your address, we'll make sure we get those out to you as soon as possible.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah, thanks, Fasan. Yeah, like I said earlier,
Thank
we
you.
love to be able to come and visit all of you in person, and we always like to bring goodies and make sure everybody has something and doesn't leave empty-handed. So we'll get these in the mail and sent to you, and hope you'll enjoy them. So we appreciate that. Any last minute questions, comments from anyone? Okay, I'll echo what Erin said one more time. If you guys have any ideas of some programming, whether it's, hopping on here and doing something virtually and maybe with some other topics, or, some faculty or something, please let, him or I know, or Brenda or Beth Ann. We'd love to be creative and try some new things with all of you. We want to make sure you're engaged and know what's going on here. And like I said, we can't quite make it to all of you all the time, but this is a great way to do that. So please, if you have any ideas, just let us know. We would love that. So thank you all for being here. We appreciate your time, and hope you all have a great day. Once a gorilla,
Always a gorilla. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day or great night.
Have a great one. Good to see everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Hope to see you soon.
Yes.